skeptical of the EFF. One, from the beginning, I didn't buy this propaganda that the EFF was a force of the left. I didn't. Why did I not buy it? I did not buy it because I looked at the lifestyles of the leaders of the EFF before they formed the EFF and after they formed the EFF. Go to history and observe the personal lives of two Marxist leaders like Fidel Castro, even Mao Zedong, or even Lenin, Fanon, all of them. You will never find such leaders who lived the way Julius and Floyd lived before they formed the EFF. These fellows lived like billionaires. They were part of the corrupt elements of the ANC. And in fact, Julius, as a leader of the Youth League at the time in various positions, he made history. He collapsed a province economically called Limpopo. They looted the coffers of Limpopo with Castle Matale was premier at the time, to the extent that the national leadership of the party at the time of the ANC took a decision to go and take over Limpopo because it had collapsed financially. Now, you can't tell me such a person is a Marxist revolutionary. Lenin didn't do that. Castro didn't do that. So, that was before they formed the EFF. Even after they formed the EFF, by the way, just go and study and look at their lifestyles. They continued the same thing. So I saw through this propaganda that these chaps are about using the EFF as a vehicle to amass wealth and live like billionaires. So I understood that. That's why I said these people, forget about them. Secondly, they copied a script from Hitler. And I said it, by the way. And when I said it, obviously, at the time I was dismissed. But I said it because I had studied the Nazi regime and how the Nazi regime rose to power and what the Nazi regime did when they were in power. Obviously, the EFF was never in power. But let me tell you, study the EFF, the way they organize themselves. You will see serious similarities with the Nazi regime, including ideologically, by the way. They told us that they were a Marxist-Leninist organization, but actually they were not. They were a national socialist party. National in the sense that they were very clear that they were a party of black people, representing black interests. They were very clear. A Marxist-Leninist party will never say that. Because Marx and Lenin were anti-nationalist. Clearly anti-nationalist. You will never find the writings of Marx that praise nationalism. So I saw that. So even their political tactics, the stormtroopers causing chaos in parliament, all of that, the only difference is that the EFF wore red and the Nazis wore brown. But the whole theatrics and the hero worship of the leader, it was there. So I said, oh, whoa. These fellows, I'm dismissing them. They're not what they're telling us to be what they are. And secondly, they are not going to lead South Africa. And of course, I was dismissed. The rest is history. Now, look at where they are. Julius fancies himself a political strategist. I've heard him and say, I'm a good strategist and all of that. It's nonsense. The chap is ignorant of political strategy. Let me tell you, when you form a political party and you want this political party to have longevity and eventually to capture power, and you want this political party to cohere, never allow the original core that formed it to disintegrate. Julius doesn't know this rule. He has allowed the original core that formed the EFF to disintegrate. Once that happened, you must know the party is finished. This element, by the way, you go to other political parties, even in the ANC, obviously, those who formed the ANC in 1912 are no more. But those who have been guardians of the party, at some point, the older generation fell apart, right? From 2007, that whole fell apart and then all things scattered in different directions. You can go look at all these organizations and apply this principle. You will see. COP, same story. Those who formed it originally disintegrated, and what happened to the party? History. The EFF is history because this basic principle, Julius is not aware of it. Yeah. Fact that Floyd is gone, Moiseni is exiting, your father, Dali, is gone. Let me tell you, Julius Malema will remain holding feathers. The bird has long flown away. He doesn't understand that. So those who think that the EFF has a future, they don't understand political strategy. They're just dreaming. And what I know is that if I'm still alive, they will come back and say you were correct.